Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. After more than 2 weeks of waiting, we finally received the first leaks from episode 74, and I'm sure these are not the last leaks because in special episodes like these, Boom likes to show more than 1 or 2 leaks. Also, these new leaks were posted on Mr. Boom's Instagram and not the merch store. And as you guys know already, unless the leaks are posted on the merch store, there is usually more coming before the release. We also got some confirmation on how long the episode is going to be alongside when the episode will be released. This time, we really do have a bunch of info on the next episode since Boom also did 2 interviews. It really looks like this episode is going to be on a different scale with everything that'll be happening. But before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on anything about episode 74 until it comes out. Anyways, let's get started. The first thing we have to talk about before I show you the leaks is the description of the Instagram post Boom wrote. He said, Episode 74, 6 minutes long, end of May, get ready. Which is crazy because if this episode is 6 minutes long, it'd mean that it will be the longest one-part episode we'll be watching. Usually episodes have been 3 to 4 minutes with 2 parts lately, making it longer than 6 minutes in the full episode with secret scenes and all that. But this time, Boom took his time and decided to completely finish this episode. We still have no idea what exactly will happen to make this episode one of the most important episodes ever in the series. But the way Boom is hyping this episode makes me feel like it might be more important compared to episode 70 or on a similar level. And there is also the fact that the episode will come out at the end of May. Honestly, this could mean one of 2 things. We don't exactly know what Boom means when he says end of May. This could be interpreted as the literal end of May, which is this Friday the 31st, or the overall end of May, which could also be Wednesday or Thursday. But I think it's more so that he means the 31st since it's a Friday and a good day to upload a video. And since this is such a monumental episode, he might want to optimize the time he uploads this time. Also, if we can get 30,000 likes in the first 24 hours on this video, I'll ask Boom the exact upload date and tell you guys in my next video. Anyways, I think it's time we move on to the actual leaks. The first image from the leak post is Mr. Jimmy looking down, probably rethinking and regretting his life choices after everything that happened. It really does look like he is tired or hurt. It's probably not just physical, but mental as well, because he just learned that his best friend, the scientist Toilet, died a couple moments ago. We've known this for months now, but in his eyes only a couple minutes have passed since that moment. And with all the fighting going on, he probably didn't have any time to digest all that information. But there is something important at the bottom of this image. Boom wrote, "Secret kept hidden." What could this mean? This time I feel like Boom is not trying to fool us with the words, and G-Man might truly have a secret that he has kept hidden all this time, and it might be a very big secret. Maybe it's the real reason why the toilets are invading everyone and everywhere. Or maybe it's something more low-key. As you guys know, in episode 73 part 2, G-Man Toilet told Titan TV Man, "You need me." But Titan TV Man's response was only your head, as if he doesn't need him and he just wants to cut his head off. But what if the Titans actually need G-Man Toilet? What if the secrets he is keeping hidden are important to the Alliance and the future of this war? What if the Astro Toilets are a lot more stronger than we think, and G-Man knows the secrets on how to defeat them? Because if you guys didn't know, I asked Boom about if Astro Juggernaut was the strongest Astro, but Blood literally responded to me with a skull emoji, probably to ridicule the idea of Astro Juggernaut being the strongest, which means he is not even close to being the strongest. I do think that the Alliance is kinda screwed against the Astro Toilets, and even though I don't know when, they'll soon lose their upper hand against everyone, and their winning streak will be cut off. Episode 74 is probably the start of all this because of how much Boom is hyping it up, and I think the secret message in the second leak also supports this idea. But before we get to the second leak, we also need to talk about 2 more important things. The first one is the fact that this image is incredibly zoomed into G-Man Toilet. Normally, Boom shows leaks that are not this close up, unless he is trying to hide something or just uses a different perspective, which reveals less. But the fact that Boom zoomed in this much while posting the leak might mean that G-Man might have gotten some upgrades. When I say this, everyone will most likely start thinking of a Titan body because in the interviews last week, Boom did mention that a new Titan will appearing at some point and that it's someone that we already know. When he said this, the first thing that came to everyone's minds was the fact that G-Man could turn into the first toilet titan, and the ending of episode 73 part 2 kind of proved this with his new magnet body, which can build new parts up on his body by merging with the new parts that were inside the containers, and it's likely that the scientist's last project might be making the G-Man Titan. This also would explain all the clones that were made by Scientist Toilet, which were most likely to test out different weapon combinations and how well they do in battle. I'm not sure if that's the case here, but it's a possibility that we might see a G-Man Titan body in episode 74. The second thing before the next leak is the question I asked Boom in my interview. If you haven't seen my interview video with Boom, I asked him about the green energy balls G-Man Toilet used in episode 73 and if they were related to the secret agent. And his response was the smirk emoji, which I think clearly means it was. I don't know how it was related, but there are only two options. They either stole the technology or secret agent willingly gave them this technology. And I think the first option is impossible, and the secret agent probably gave it to them. Maybe he also knows that the Alliance needs G-Man Toilet alive in the long run. This all could be the part of secret agent's plan, and he really might be planning everything. He already knew about the Astro Toilets, but his speech to Plunger Cameraman, it didn't seem like he personally was scared of them. Instead knew that it'd be a big threat against the Alliance and not him personally. We really do need more info on the secret agent. This is future Elite Cameraman talking. Right after finished writing this script, something new just dropped on the merch store, and I had to tell you before I continue on to the second leak since it's something very small. They posted a black screen image on the merch store without any descriptions or titles, and if you open up the image and look at the right bottom side, it just says 74. The fact that this is a black screen makes me worried for the Titans, especially after what I'm about to tell you. This might be for G-Man Toilet as well, but I really don't think G-Man is dying anytime soon. Boom literally put a sound called Dead Can Dance Anywhere. The full title is Anywhere Out of the World, and it's by Dead Can Dance. But I think Boom both used this because of the music itself and how the title looks on his story may be foreshadowing or trying to make us think someone's gonna die, and the black screen that was posted on the merch store also helps this theory. But now if we move on to the second leak that we received in this Instagram post, it's of Titan Cameraman looking down kind of in a sad position, just like the G-Man Toilet leak. But honestly, Titan Cameraman looks a little better than I remember in episode 73. He is not burning anymore like he did in episode 73. I don't know if they got emergency repairs on their way to G-Man Toilet, but it's likely that he still has only one leg. I don't know how he's gonna fight while role-playing as a grandpa with his walking stick, but I guess bro would do anything for Plunger at this point. He is so mad. And just like the first leak, there is also a secret message in this leak which says, "We'll change everything." What does Boom mean by this? I think here he is mostly talking about the episode as a whole, but if that's the case, the first message might be misleading too, since that secret message might be referring to what might happen in the episode and not G-Man himself. But if the "will change everything" text is referring to Titan Cameraman, I'm afraid we might witness some horrifying scenes. I've seen some people guessing that Titan Cameraman might die in episode 74 because of this secret text, and honestly, if he is going to fight with his current situation with a leg lost, he really might die or get really close to dying, which could put him into recovery for at least a dozen of episodes. The fact that Boom is hyping this episode since episode 71 or 72 means that there is bound to be a big twist happening in episode 74 or a really monumental event, which could be Titan Cameraman's death unless it's a new big reveal. I still don't think that G-Man Toilet will die. I really might be wrong about this, but bro hasn't died until now, and ever since the beginning he is still the main boss. The Astro Toilets might look like they are taking over, but I still truly believe that G-Man Toilet will be there in the last couple episodes of Skibidi Toilet, and he'll be so strong at that point where he truly is the main villain. With all the info we got so far, which isn't even a lot, this episode looks like it's gonna be crazy. I don't know how it's gonna play out since it looks like we'll be seeing multiple POVs, since we know we'll see Simp Cameraman as well. And I don't know how we'd see him if the episode was just the Titans fighting. We know that camera woman just met some humans and that hasn't been dealt with, so there is 100% a lot going on in this next episode, and it being 6 minutes is really understandable. Hopefully we get the best episode ever. Make sure to like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future